Teletran, you're the only one who can tell us. Which Optimus Prime is Optimus Prime?
Recently, my impressions of Legend scale figures have changed a lot. They have become more mature than what I remembered a few years ago. In the past couple of weeks, I've gone through this dilemma of which Prime to pick between Magic Square and NewAge, and ended up buying them both. So today, let's compare them. I first bought Magic Square MS-B46, the NewAge 27EX, and lastly 27F. I have reviewed B46 and 27EX separately, links in the description. So today I'm just going to talk about the differences between B46 and the 27 series. These are what I have. I hope this comparison helps. For the accessories, both Magic Square and NewAge give Prime the standard items: the blaster, the Energon Axe, the trailer, the repairing station, roller, and some extra hands. B46 is about half a centimeter taller than 27. He comes with a larger axe and a much larger gun. His trailer is also longer, wider, but not much taller. It's painted with the silver stripes and the taillights. The standard 27's trailer has similar paint with B46, but with a darker gray plastic. Magic Square didn't include the repairing station with Optimus in the distribution, so I missed it in the previous review. And here's the gap that caused the whole drama. Compared with NewAge, it has more parts and more details. It is built just like MP44 with 6 wheels on it. The one on 27 is smaller. It combines with a wheel chassis, which could be used as storage for the accessories. Here are rollers. They're both unpainted. 27's roller could carry Prime's gun, and B46 could not. And it has the wheel pinned in rather than being tapped in on B46, so it looks slightly better. Magic Square gave Optimus 7 pair of hands, NewAge has 3. Besides these items, B46 has more stuff. The jetpack with 2 blasting effects, a battle damaged head for Prime, a Starscream head and shoulder set, a pair of smokestacks for the truck mode, a trailer connector for Heifer, and a blasting effect for the gun. Among so many accessories, I found myself using the extra hands more than the others. They make these small figures alive. For the robot mode, NewAge Prime looks great with the material choices and the better paint. 27EX is painted to the teeth, and there are metal parts used to reinforce the build. It just looks so premium. B46 on the other hand feels more like 27F, the budget version which has similar paintwork. They both use matte surfaces to bring a stronger cartoon feel. Also, on 27F, the metal parts are replaced with nylon to reduce the cost further, but it also caused this uneven gap on the waist. Sculpt-wise, both Magic Square and NewAge have captured G1 Optimus pretty nicely. Here's a photo comparison of B46, 27EX, and 27F. Proportionally, B46 does a better job creating a more aesthetically pleasing and accurate Optimus. The side profile also shows that B46 has a cleaner design and practically no kibbles. And to break it down for the upper body, NewAge Prime suffers from the faux chest design. The entire windshield section looks like a separable piece. The upper body is a bit too thick and it caused a hollowness in the middle of the chest. And also for transformation, there are tabs on these gray stripes, and the paint has chipped off after a few times of a transformation on 27EX, but not yet on 27F. B46's torso does look cleaner with the right proportion, but the fuzzy edges of nylon look more obvious on these red parts. Looking from the rear, B46 cleans things up with the top of the truck, covering the small parts on the back. While 27 has all the parts folded and stacked up with a bit of too many visible black pins, so it does not look as clean. In the midsection, B46 borrowed MP44's design and integrated the skirt piece with the leg, and 27 uses a conventional waist armor style design. And for the legs, B46 tidies things up pretty nicely, and is more accurate to the cartoon draft. Very clean front, but the sides and the rear do have more gaps. While 27 sacrificed a bit of the sculpt for the articulation and transformation. And I hope there's something covering the inner side of the leg to hide the ankles better. Many fans wish to have a masterpiece scale of B46 as the definitive prime, and that says a lot about the great sculpt work. And NewAge Prime's overall proportion looks more like a miniature version of MP44, and many fans dig that. Now for the articulation, both figures are amazing. They outperform most Masterpiece figures, and B46 has a slight edge by offering better range of motion in the upper body. The head has downward movement. The shoulder has a butterfly swing and it lifts more. The elbow also bends a bit more. For the lower body, B46 moves the leg forward and outward a bit more without breaking the sculpt, but lacks of backward movement. And 27 has an extra hinge on the waist to increase the range moving forward, and the leg also moves backward 45. Overall, it's just fun and effortless to put both of these figures into some very cool poses. And with more hand options and better range of motion in the upper body, B46 is able to pull off more dynamic poses and they look more natural. So in robot mode, both of these prime figures look very good, but in different ways. Magic Square borrowed and improved upon proven designs for creating better sculpt and articulation, and they worked really well on B46. It's truly a micro masterpiece. NewAge has an original design for the robot mode. It's a pretty good legend scale figure, but they might need time to polish some of their innovations. However, when factor in the build quality and the paintwork, NewAge Prime is more pleasing to the eye, it feels more premium, while Magic Square suffers from the creamy look of the materials they use. It does bring a natural, cartoony feel, but as an action figure, it looks kinda cheap. The transformation of B46 and 27 are both a lot of fun. I enjoyed both, and that's also the reason why I bought 27F as a transformation double. But these trucks look quite different. Magic Square is trying to recreate the G1 cartoon look, while NewAge takes more of a realistic approach. Magic Square has a rather clean top, but some gaps on the sides. On NewAge, it's rather noticeable that the proportion of the truck is not perfect. It's not wide enough, the windshield is a bit small, and the bumper is taller than usual. And just like in the robot mode, the truck also has many lines and visible pins. It's always difficult to design a clean rear of the truck for Prime. So for legend scale figures, they both look fine. On NewAge, these curved panels don't tap in anywhere and the feet are too exposed. With the trailers on, B46 looks more faithful to the cartoon draft, and the longer trailer is also closer to what I remembered. NewAge's trailer scales more like the G1 toy, but what's interesting about the NewAge trailer is that it's too narrow to fit NewAge's own carbots. I don't mind it so much, but it does take out some fun. So which Prime to choose? Magic Square Optimus offers better sculpt, articulation, cartoon-accurate truck mode, and more accessories. It's a very good playing set, it's more fun, but it doesn't look premium. So if you're after the cartoon look, or you could look past the look and feel that nylon brings, it's going to be a very good Prime. NewAge Prime has a great build and superior paint. It makes a great display piece. It just looks stunning for a small figure like this. But it does suffer from some design choices in both the robot and the truck mode. So eventually, it comes down to what you're looking for. The competition between Magic Square and NewAge has pushed the level of engineering and design to a whole new level. and I don't think you could go wrong with either choice. Both Prime figures will bring you some quite enjoyable experiences. It's less likely that you would regret buying one or the other, or in my case, after buying one, I just can't help looking into the other one because it's Optimus, and we have all been looking for that perfect rendition for a very long time. So until that day, till all are one. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.